What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Maximum Impact with Jay Cameron, and we're continuing a conversation with the Leslie Jones here in Accra, Ghana, and I needed to get an update from her about these acquisitions, land acquisitions, property acquisitions. She's back from Cali, and so welcome, Leslie. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm good.
All right.
But focused at the same time.
You're good and focused.
I'm good and focused.
Well, you know, a lot of people don't realize that you're an actress and you're also a model. And we just did an interview. So check out that interview where she's actually interviewing me. So that's really, really cool. But now we're going to flip the tables. Let's talk about what's going on. When last time you were on, you talked about getting your indentures. You were excited about your indentures. Now you're back. You're about to go start living on the land and living off the land. And
on and off, yes.
So what's going on?
So my beachfront property. So eventually it will be a boutique beachfront resort.
All right now.
So I am here to build a circumference wall.
Okay.
Right? And I did not know about coconut huts. Yes. So I was like, wait, I can live on my land now.
You know, coconut hut, that sounds really interesting.
Indigenous, isn't it?
Yeah. But you know, leave my mind out of this whole thing.
So in my area, it's a fishing community.
Okay.
And a lot of the people live in coconut huts.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? Instead of spending all this money on Airbnbs, I'm going to live in a coconut hut like my community. And so because you know, when you hire people to build, you have to provide housing for them. And I said, instead of me paying for hotels for them,
all right,
they're going to be in the coconut huts with me.
Okay. Now I have questions. I have questions. Now, what all comes in a coconut hut?
That's a good question. So all I know is, I have a picture I can send you.
Okay.
But it's the coconut leaves as the wall.
It's the leaves.
It's the leaves.
So it's not like built out of coconut shells and
No.
Oh, okay.
The tree of the coconut.
Okay, so now do you have running water in this coconut hut?
So that's why I'm here.
Okay.
I'm going over there to connect the city water to my land, and so I will have running water. So this is the foundation of everything.
Okay.
Yes.
So as far as a bed is concerned, where are you going to sleep?
I'm going to have to buy a mattress. Or I'll be on the coconut floor, whatever they make for me.
Okay.
I know.
You know my next question? All right, so now, does this coconut hut have a shower?
So here's the catch.
Oh, there's a catch.
My neighbor is literally right next to me. So it's not like I'm in a field all by myself.
Okay.
So they're like, they said, Leslie, if it gets too overwhelming, go ahead, you can come into our guest house. But I'm determined to at least make it 2 days. I'm going to have to do a tub bath.
Oh, okay, and to pour it on?
I'm telling you, I'm going indigenous, sir.
And this is going to be all featured on her channel?
Yes.
I am Leslie Jones, and you're going to be doing this. Okay, well, you know, I know you're going to handle it because you're coming from Cali. We talked about how you have maintained and survived and everything out there, so I know you'll come here and do exceptionally well. All right, I'm here right outside of Cape Coast in Ghana. Leslie Jones, check out her channel. Make sure you check out her experience in this coconut hut with the snake, lizard creature from wherever. And now I'm here to get a tour of the coconut hut and see if this is really real. And I'm standing here right now. This has got to be one of the coolest adventures. Now I'm gonna see if there's a doorbell. I don't know if there's a door. Ding dong.
Nope, I'm not on that level yet.
Not on that level yet. Hey.
Welcome to my coconut crib.
This is her coconut crib. And so, hey, what's going on?
A lot.
I see you're back here.
I'm back here.
The last time, all right, so we did our interview. We talked about it. Now we're fast forwarding.
Yes.
But I watched your videos and you said you were done. You left the coconut hut.
I needed a mental and emotional break from this place.
How long were you away?
I would say like almost a week.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're staying here now?
I'm staying here. So I've been here consecutively for 5 days. So when I posted that video, that's when I was like, out. So I've been on a break. I've been to and fro, coming back and forth.
All right.
But now I'm back officially, so we'll see how long I last this time. I already found another creature before you even got here.
Another creature. What was the last thing? So it was a snake, lizard, rat.
It was a mouse exard, a mouse, snake, and lizard all in one. I'm done with you. What is it? What do you think it is? It's a what? A map? A map? No. That's what I call it.
And he pulled it out.
He pulled it out of my toilet.
And he disposed of it.
Bye-bye. Hell
so
no.
It was in like the corner of the
That's a snake.
Huh?
That's a snake.
No. It was trying to go back there, and I was like, oh, that's where it was.
Gone. You don't have to worry about, unless it had children in there.
I asked him, I was like, do they travel in groups? He said no, so
What?
I'm good.
Did you get a good close-up picture of it?
What you saw in that video
That was
as
it.
close as I was going to get.
And so when you were, see, it's already started. This is already. So when you poured water down in there,
Yes.
you saw something,
So I saw the tail
the tail.
the night before. I was like, what? Because I happened to look down. Cause
Yeah.
for 3 days, I haven't seen anything. So I'm not looking when I'm
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
you know?
yeah, most people don't. You
But
know,
that
so
day, I was just like, oh, let me just.
take a look.
And I said, what the hell? I said, what?
Yeah.
And I was devastated.
And when you saw that little
When I
thing,
saw the tail go, I haven't encountered. Have you encountered that in DC?
no, I haven't. I haven't in North South Carolina. I've heard about snakes and stuff coming up through toilets, but you're in a very rural setting where that's likely to possibly happen. You know, so so have you seen bugs and stuff at night or?
I've only seen that mutant, like an earth bug,
Okay.
and crabs.
Yeah, the little
So,
crabs.
2 crabs now.
Inside.
Inside. Yeah. One was so massive, it dug a hole. Like it got out by digging itself a hole out on the other side of my.
Did you? So you
coconut.
didn't try to? Oh, that's right. You right.
After
So,
I saw that, I was out. I left again. I went to
somewhere.
East Lagoon.
So where do you think? What a change. So how long are you trying to stay this time?
Until my wall is built.
And when is that
So
going to
I
be?
started building a wall. So the initial goal was to build a wall here.
Ah, right.
It didn't go as planned.
Okay.
But a wall will be built, folks. A wall will be built.
That's the rammed earth.
That was a rammed earth that didn't go according to plan.
Okay.
So I have another property in Gamoa about.
See, she balling, y'all. She balling. See, I got another property.
No.
I got another property over
Hey,
in the mall.
you know?
That's all you got to do, though. You better
You get
do
the vision,
it.
get
That's
the
right.
vision. So another property in Gamoa, about 30 minutes before you get here.
Okay.
And so within 2 years of signing the contract, you have to build either a fence wall
Or something.
or something. So I said, you know what? I'm down almost to a year. I might as well build that, get that out the way so I don't have to worry about it, and then start finding the people that's supposed to build this earthbound wall since the other people didn't work out. Yeah.
Well, we're going to have some good conversations about this because I'm actually here. I'm following my sister, right? I'm here to take a look and see what's going on because I might need to start buying some property and get me a rammed earth wall in place.
Investing,
Yeah, that's really portfolio. So here's all right. Let's take a look inside. If you are we able to come inside?
We start in the kitchen.
All right, the kitchen with the microwave.
That's about it. There's no microwave.
No microwave. All right.
So what I've been doing for breakfast, just eating whole foods.
I bet.
I have no refrigeration. So everything is just a whole watermelon, a whole pineapple,
Oh my.
whole foods, peanuts.
All right now.
So this
So you got your protein, you got your carbohydrates,
everything.
you got everything right here.
Yeah, that's it.
And that water's good for you?
Yeah, water. That's a Volta.
No.
I think
Oh,
it's
Volta.
Volta. Is it Volta?
It's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool water.
So if you want some of that, you can get some
No,
water.
I believe you.
No.
I believe you.
And then let's go ahead and look into the bath. This is where.
So we go first to the bathroom.
Do you want to just start?
Wherever you want to start. We're in your home.
Well, let's go to the finer things.
All
in
right.
life.
See, I love to see that you got it all set up. See, she got it all set up in here.
And so this is it. This is actually a bed set. Vicky and BK have been like saviors to me.
Really?
So this is actually their bed set. I just bought a mattress. This is their covers. I mean, they donated the bamboo. The community donated the leaves. Like the community, I always preach unity through community. And they have definitely came through for me, and I'm just so grateful. Even the community donated this.
This is like something where somebody could really live. It's a bed. Now, is it a mattress?
Yeah, there's a mattress.
There is a mattress?
There is a mattress. It's the actual bed.
I mean, this is like camping for real.
That's Basically.
Yeah.
And this is how I've been surviving. So when it comes to nighttime, I have I have solars.
Okay.
Solar panels.
Solar panel. I see your phone charging.
Yeah. So they so I charge this during the day.
Okay.
So at night,
Yeah.
I
some
can have
power.
some life.
How's the internet for you?
Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Yeah,
That's
but-
why I go down to Accra or somewhere.
So you can still function and upload
Yeah.
your videos. And
Woo!
see, look at this. But you got your ring light though, so you
Got
can
my
sit here
ring light.
and do content.
So what I do, I edit.
Ah.
So there's
at
times where
night.
at night, I had like 5 videos. I just edited all for a week.
Because you don't have
actually.
anything else to do. You're just sitting there. So your editing skills get good because you're like, hey,
Right?
you
And you got to be precise if you're in the dark.
That's right.
And so when I go down to Accra, I just upload everything. I get to schedule all my videos, and it just flows
All
like
right,
that.
so it's working.
Ooh,
Let me
look it.
find out.
I don't know why
And you
it's
have your
not-
closet over there, your closet.
Little hangy dangies. And so let's see if it's kind of getting close to night, so it might not be charging. No, it's not charging.
It's not charging anymore.
Yeah.
So you have one of those solar panel thingies that we
Yes.
talked about?
On the
Oh.
roof. Actually, you
One
forwarded it to
one of them
me.
Kilimanjaro ones. See that all the stuff in Kilimanjaro, it all works. Each one, reach one, teach one. That's
And
how we
now
do this.
I'm an affiliate. I'm an affiliate with Flex Solar.
What? So now, see now.
So click the link
Click the
in my
link.
description box. Oh, it's,
Yeah, no,
it's
we
your
we
show.
hook you up. We got you. We got you. We got you. We all
Click
in
the
this
link in the
together.
description box
Closet
and
right
shop,
there.
shop, shop. Hanging
There
on
you
the
go.
wood.
There you go.
That's about it. And then like all my other clothes. Is
Oh,
here.
everything in your bag.
So now, if I ever do this again,
Mhm.
I will get a cute little setup like shelves or
Oh,
something,
okay.
and cute little mats. So I'm not walking on sand. At least in my room.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is your land. This is your thing. I mean,
It's my thing.
I'm about to do the same
what
thing.
you wanna do. Ah.
La-la-la-la.
Okay,
We
folks.
can't tell you.
I don't know what's after that.
Well, it could be. It depends on which version of it. Oh wow.
Here we go, folks.
Wow. Ooh. Can you get down low? How low can you go?
Can you get down low?
I mean, that's really. You got to come in here. You can see
I
this.
decided on the squat toilet because it is healthier.
I bet it is.
Do you want me to lift up the top?
That's up to you. That's your. I don't know.
Dun dun dun.
They want to see. Inquiring minds want to know.
So, there you go. See? So
All
I
right.
just put the water down every time I use it and
Okay.
flush it out.
Okay. All right.
That's how that
And the
is.
sand comes back in.
And it's I mean, this is life. This is organic life.
This is in the low water, so you just
Yeah.
pour it. That's how you flush it.
That's how I flush. I just take this
And
and
just-
pour it down.
Now, where does it go? We don't have to go to where it goes.
Okay.
But where does it go?
It just goes and just disintegrates.
It does
Becomes
whatever's
one
with the earth
with the
again.
earth. The circle of life.
So have you inspected it since you've been there?
I'm not inspecting nothing,
Okay,
sir.
so
I'm just gonna transfer
just let
and
it go.
then trust nature will handle it.
Yeah, I'm sure flies and you know what.
They're loving it. They're like, yummer.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my reserve.
Oh, for water.
So we did have a water outage. So thank
Okay.
goodness I was able to fill this.
And that's
before.
fresh water.
Fresh. So that's for my water source.
That's
So
so
the
this is where
city
you
connected.
bathe.
Yes. Let me show you.
Oh, see, look, check this out.
I can show you the water source as well. See?
Look at that. Look, water's coming.
Water. That's it. And so, worst come to worst, when there is no water, I will be doing a tub bath. But so far, I haven't had to do it.
Oh, you can just run down into the ocean and just be all salty. And,
I hope I never have to do that.
yeah, see, this is I mean, but you know, this is cool on so many different levels because you really have walls,
I do.
and it looks like it might be raining out there actually. You have walls. I mean, this is like a home.
It really is.
And I mean, now, have you had anything crawl on you at night?
Not at night.
Not at night.
On my walls, yes. In my toilet, yes.
But
But
not-
not on me.
Because you're pretty much
thankfully.
sealed up.
I'm sealed up because once I get in the bed, that what is this called? A net.
And that, yeah.
I
Tuck it in.
tuck it in. I mean, if a creature gets through that,
So how well do you sleep out here?
I've been waking up at 2 o'clock. I'm not gonna lie, 2 a.m.
And doing what? Editing?
And once I get up, I'm like, whoop, start editing.
So is it that you can't sleep, or is it
I don't know.
the
It's
ocean?
I
You
think
still
my
in LA
body-
time?
Yeah, I think my body's just not used to it.
Okay.
Because if you can hear, that's 24/7.
Yeah, but that's a beautiful sound.
So I have no problem with that. It's just my body is just waking up at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. here, what time is it in
LA? It's like 7.
7?
So you talk about the 7 hours for 7 hour difference, yeah.
So it's only what, 5 o'clock?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe that's not it.
So I don't
That's
know.
just adjusting.
Maybe that's what it is.
But this seems like you could really come out here and like retreat and just like chill, and it's paid for.
Paid for.
How much did it cost to build this?
$700 for the labor.
700 CDs?
700 CDs for the labor. And then everything else was donated. When I tell you.
So less than $100. Less than 100 USD.
But that's because I have favor with the community.
See, there it is.
But if you want your own.
A favor ain't fair. Favor ain't fair.
But if you want your own, it's 3,500.
3,500
So the
CDs.
guys will build your own.
For
coconut hut if you
3,500
want.
CDs.
CDs, yeah.
So when you divide that by 9, which it is now.
What? 500?
No,
Don't
not
bust
even that
out
much.
math on
So somebody do that in the math. Well, 35 divided
show
by
it here
9.
at the bottom of the
So let's see,
screen.
9 times 4 is what?
9 times 4 is-
36, right?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 400, right? 9 times 4?
Yeah.
So right around, a little less than $400.
You can have your own coconut hat.
People stressing in America, trying to survive and all that kind of stuff.
I didn't post it, but I did talk about it.
Okay.
I said, what are we doing? Now, I'm not saying we all need to go and move out and live in coconut huts, but why is the price difference so huge?
Well, because it's, you know.
And I'm like, and that's when it hit me. I'm like, it was meant to be that way.
It's meant to be.
So they can come, or whoever can come, and prosper, make their money,
And
get low,
yeah.
create that margin,
Yeah,
and then
create that
sell the
margin.
same shirt for $20 when the guy that made for what, 40 cents?
Yeah.
Because then I started thinking about Black Friday. I'm like, how come the shirts are all of a sudden 25 cents, 40 cents? They were always 25 cents and 40 cents.
Always.
So I'm like, that's how the wealth was built. On top of our ancestors back, but
Yeah.
that's how the wealth is continuing to be built. I'm just like, I see now.
You see it, and by being here though, I mean, I'm so impressed with this because it's like gangster.
Yeah.
It's for real, gangster. It's like, and you own the land.
When BK, my neighbor, I asked him, what do the laborers sleep? Because they built, the same people that built this coconut hut built that house next door.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was building my fence on my other
Okay,
property.
okay.
Unity to community. So I said, where did your workers stay while they're building? They're like, coconut huts. I said, what? I was like, how quick can it be built? Oh, like within a day? I said, you telling me I can live on my property? I could have already been living here and getting things done. Because that was one of the things that stopped me from coming earlier. Is because Airbnb, the one that I like to stay at, it's like $30 a day.
Okay.
And I'm like, you stretch that out over 2-3 months. I'm like,
Yeah, that gets to be a little pricey.
tight. Especially
Yeah.
the last time I stayed here was unplanned. I had my ticket for 2 weeks. I ended up staying for 2.5 to 3 months. So that was unplanned money.
And you could have been out here in the hut. All you got to do is get your internet worked out. That's it.
If I could get that worked out, there's no reason for me to leave unless.
And there has to be a solution, a creature. There has to be a solution. So let's take a walk out
Okay.
here, and walk us around the house and
Yes.
all of that.
See, we have to close this because goats will come in and eat my fruit.
Goats will come in
Goats.
and eat the fruit. So that's how you lock your door.
Boom. Simple. Simplicity.
And, but what do you say to like the where we come from? We're little. This it'd be a bougie, uppity, all that. So what do you say to like the uppity folks who are like, I'm not doing that. I'm too good for that. I got a degree. I don't need a degree.
I have 2.
No, you don't. You lied, girl. You lied. No.
You know, I never thought about that because the response I'm getting on my page, different educational levels, and everyone's like, wow.
The educated people, people who are for real educated, they're impressed by this. They're like, whoa, because they understand what this means. You're unplugging from something.
culture,
You're unplugging from a whole lot. And there's a level, I saw that in there. If you keep the bugs away, that's peace.
Pete, you said it.
I mean,
said it.
you keep the bugs away. You know, the bugs cause no peace. That's why you run up out of here with the snake thing looking at you. So, so anyway, let's talk about the house.
Yeah. So it took 6 days because I wanted to document everything.
Okay.
So they literally did everything as I was recording. But if they could just get the leaves and everything, just do it all, it could have been done in a day. But they're so nice. They let me document everything. So what you're seeing here, literally, this is all made by hand. From the bamboo sticks, from the wood, from the weaving, by hand. I mean, it's just great to me.
Oh, and see, there's no septic tank there, so it's all covered up nice and neat. Okay.
So we're literally standing above my toilet.
Okay.
The cycle of life.
Yeah.
The cycle of life. So
you can walk on. I want to fall in. You,
you will not fall in. So as you can see, this part is my bathroom here.
Okay, that's the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. And so the ceiling is made from, it's a layer of coconut leaves weaved together. Okay. Second layer is the plastic for when it rains.
Okay.
And the third layer is another
layer
of
coconut
leaves.
You know, I saw these homes in Benin. Mm-hmm. And I, just pure ignorance, not understanding. But I was impressed because they would have fences up and they would have gardens. And I said, well, these people are not destitute. These people are not, because they make it, I'm telling you, I'm preaching to the choir, they make it seem like development and all of that from a Western standard is really supreme. But then when you come here and I'm like, what's the difference between a tent, camping tent and this? And then if you own the land, think about how the quality of life can go up. You have the inconvenience of, say, the internet situation, but you can fix all of that. If you learn how to make adjustments and what it's done to you. So you have 2 degrees. Absolutely. What are your degrees in?
So my first degree is in drafting design technology.
Okay.
Okay, my bachelor's is in project management and administration.
Okay.
So School of Drafting Design, School of Business.
So you have the degrees that people would want.
Right.
If you will.
If you will.
And so here you are living in a coconut hut in Africa. Now I'm gonna just say Africa because I just want to say, just kind of put it the way people would say.
Owned land. Like, this is my registered land in my name. You hear them? You just hear me? What?
I mean,
paid off.
But
no mortgage.
Hey, no mortgage on the land.
No mortgage.
No stress. I mean, other than the snake lizard looking at you.
Snake lizard. Oh, this is very important. This is my solar panel. So this is how I've been charging and surviving.
Okay.
Flex solar.
Oh, that looks so familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
You text me.
And it works. It works.
It works. And without this, I wouldn't even.
You wouldn't even be here. It'd be like.
There's no way. Where would I go?
Yeah, because you couldn't communicate.
Yeah, and I want to live off grid as much as possible, so I'm not trying to use my neighbors.
Yeah, right.
And then, my first bed was an air mattress. So they would send over the extension cord for me to fill the air.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But I broke that. I talked about that in my video.
Oh, yeah, you did. I did. Almost burned something up.
Yeah.
Almost burned the coconut hut down.
So, but yeah, then I got this bed set. But yeah, if I could, they're like the extension cord and I can have electricity easy.
But you want to be off grid.
I want to be off grid.
I know someone else who wants to be off grid and she talked about it. So I think this video will inspire her as far as being off grid living.
And then
there's your window. There you go.
The source of light. The source of light. So I can close it, I can open it. So every morning, when I tell you, I open it and I see this.
It's morning.
Right? Right? I'm so glad I do that. I really love that.
Everybody being quick with it, so let me jump in here too.
And this is where I am. Oh, and then the last part.
And your front porch.
They even made me a porch. What is this?
And you got the nerve to have some chairs out here. Let me find
The
nerve to have some chairs.
Yeah.
I mean, this is so cool. I mean, I'm sitting here like, and I mean, this is like totally impromptu what we're doing right now.
So
didn't even schedule this one.
Nothing.
But this is like, I mean, yeah, you got my mind thinking. I'm just like, all you gotta do, you put up a different kind of fence.
So we're in a village.
I see. That's what impressed me
yeah.
in Benin when I went. And I was like, wow. I said, you talk about education. What this really is an education, because a lot of people just don't know. And all we know is that Western world,
Right.
and we think that's the best world. And I even hear it here on the continent, where you have different countries arguing over who's better. Our GDP is better than you, and your country isn't, this, that, and the other. And I'm saying all you're trying to do is to bring the stress from the West over here. And when you already have the mangoes, the pineapples, the fruit, everything that you need to live, but somehow somebody has convinced you that way of living is better. And that's the only way. And I'm not saying that there aren't nice things. I'm not going down that road with it. But what I'm saying is learning how to appreciate all of it. Because when you get back to LA, I'm sure you can go jump right back into LAism.
Like, I went to Accra. Accra and just jumped right back in.
She just jumped right back into it. So it's in us, you know. But it's like when you can unplug and do something like this. I mean, you got me thinking. Because remember, I'm here following my sister. I'm looking. Yeah, I guess you're going to take me to show me where the...
Yeah, I'll take you to where... If you purchase.
If I do. Well, you know, I'm working on that. But I mean, I see it's possible. See, that's the thing, because now I'm not wondering, I don't know about the coke. I don't know. I got to see. I'm the type, I'd have all types of, like...
You have a studio in here.
I definitely would have the studio going on. I said, like... You know what else I would do? I'd find a way. I don't know. I'd have a whole solar thing going on.
That would be dope.
Because I'm not quite as indigenous and off-grid as I'd be. I don't know what I would do, you know? I don't know. As long as I keep the bugs away from me.
You'll be good.
That's my thing. So I might have a tent inside the hut.
A tent inside the hut?
I might be that guy.
What's the net?
That I can
the
zip
net
up.
for?
You know, at Kilimanjaro, we were zipping up
And
the...
good.
Oh yeah, if I can keep the bugs away from me, then I'm all right.
I know one thing I wanted to allude what you said. There's a post on Instagram, and it was saying, you lose your job, you lose something, you lose everything. Here, they own it from the beginning.
Right.
So they lose something, they don't lose their land.
Right.
They don't lose their homes because they build as they have money. They don't get mortgages or debt.
Right.
So that's why if you are in Ghana or other parts in Africa, you see some of the houses half built. That's because they could only afford half of it, and they'll live in the first floor and then build it as they go.
But a lot of people from the West, when they come and say, what's up with all these unfinished buildings? And I said, well, it's not necessarily unfinished. They're doing it differently than how we do it. And again, this is why this supremacy thing, when I talk about white supremacy guys with black face, it has so many different layers to it. It's just even in our thought process, in our philosophy, and it's only because that's what we know, but it's like learning about other cultures can prepare you to do things differently even when you go back to the West or to the East or wherever you go. But this is, I mean, you're gonna, your channel's gonna blow up because people are gonna understand. Sometimes people don't know who people are when they're starting out because they see, oh, okay, she's starting out, and then they want to wait for you to get to 100,000 subscribers, and then they want to believe in you. But it's like, I've been watching your channel grow over the past several months, and then this right here is a lesson in so many different things. Economics, because with the whole Uber thing in California, but then coming here and doing it. A lot of people wish they could do it. So now you're demonstrating courage that they wish that they had.
That was, okay, so that question you answered earlier about how do bougie people feel.
Yeah, how does that work?
One bougie person told me, I don't even have the guts to do this. They're very well educated, in the nursing and the medical field.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to watch just because I know I'm too scared to do it myself. That's why I'm watching.
And what it might do, let's say they don't come out here, but it might inspire them to do something else. It might inspire them to try something they weren't even thinking.
Right.
Because you know what the cure for bouginess oftentimes is?
What?
A loss of that job that they had put so much faith in.
That false security.
The false security, and realizing that they didn't have anything else to fall back on. Or that level of discomfort that humbles us all, And so when that happens, a lot of times people are like, wait a minute, I need to adjust my mindset, because, or they'll rest in the fact that they have multiple degrees or whatever. I'm educated and I'm this, that, and the other, so I'm untouchable, and then reality kicks in. So when they see someone who has multiple degrees, clearly educated, a model, an actress, doing all these different things, coming out here and living in a hut in Africa, You know, I have to say it a certain way. You know, got to say it so y'all understand it now, because y'all know what I say. Living in a hut in Africa. What that does is it expands the mind to say these things are possible if we're willing to change our mindset.
Change our mind.
And that's what's happening. You're starting a movement without even realizing.
I didn't even think about it like that.
I see it. I see what's happening. I see.
Wow.
Yeah. So mark this video right here. I'm glad to be able to know Leslie Jones.
Oh my gosh.
Before it all blows up.
If I wasn't chocolate, you would see me blushing, but I'm chocolate.
I said, oh God, I will knock down the house.
Oh no. It got some strength.
Yeah, let's just my big old head in it, you know. So now you go ahead and catch some fish. Oh no, you don't do fish.
No. But this is a fishing community.
Right.
So if you look over there real quick, you can see the fishing
getting ready
community.
to go fish.
Yeah. And so this whole coastline, see, this is another thing we need to talk about.
Okay.
Because we're kind of, I don't like to say it, we're kind of like colonizers.
All right, well, explain that. Talk about the colonizers.
Because this is a fishing community. The more we develop, the less land they have to fish.
So what can be done for those who are coming? Like somebody like me, who is coming and I'm looking to get a nice piece of land. What can I do to not, how can I support that community? How can I buy fish from them?
Contribution.
So for
example, Vicky and BK, they have a restaurant in front of their house. That's what they're currently building.
Okay.
They need fish.
So buy the fish.
Buy the fish. And that's going to be the supply for their restaurant.
Okay.
For me, I don't have a restaurant, but I'm going to have an Airbnb style.
Right.
I'm going to have four units, 3 bedrooms each. That's 12 rooms. 2 people in each room, that's 26 people.
Fish.
Go over there and eat. Because they get the fish from the community. So it's kind of like a revolving door.
Right, so it works.
Yeah, so whatever your plan is, or wherever you're at, and if you're going to, quote unquote, colonize an indigenous area, find ways to where you can contribute.
And leave it as, I don't want to say untouched, because that's clearly not what's happening. It is being touched, but then allow the economic impact to benefit the community so that they can preserve their own indigenous. All right, I got it.
Unity through community. I've been preaching that since my first video last year in September. Unity through community. And that, because even there's a soccer community. So the front part of my resort is going to be a multi-sports court. So
okay, so basketball, tennis, and everything.
And soccer, aka football, is popular here. So I'm going to have that open for them too. Okay. So fish and the kids.
Fish and the kids. But you know what? That's a good point. A lot of people don't think about that. Because with our Western mind, we're just, cause that's what I tell you, it's the white supremacy thing. We don't even realize that we've been colonized to the point of like, I'm going back to Africa to get my stuff, and then I'm gonna go get my stuff and don't even care about the people.
Right. How do you flow with it? You come here to flow.
Well, some people are escaping.
Escape to flow.
But that's a mindset shift. That's why we're having a conversation. And one interesting conversation I recently had, and this is real, with the 70+ community not too far from here. They were talking about how everybody's not escaping America to escape white folks. A lot of them are escaping to leave black folks.
Coons.
Yeah, coons and uppities and all of that. And they're tired, and they're like, the trauma has come from the white establishment of America. The trauma has come from black folks and their family. They're tired of dealing with it, and they're like, everybody keeps saying they want peace. I have heard that so many times. Why did you decide to come here? Because I mean, you have a great family, so I know that's not it. So
I wanted options for my family.
Options.
Because I'm the first one to return to Africa in over 400 years, since the transatlantic slave trade.
Wow.
Which is not even, what a coincidence, I'm 30 minutes away from it. Right?
Yeah, you are.
So I was Uber driving. This guy from Kenya.
Yeah, that Uber driving, y'all.
I'm telling you. No, was it Kenya or Ethiopia? No, yours is Kenya.
Mine is Ethiopia.
Oh, yours is Ethiopia. Okay. Mine was Kenya. And
East Africa.
Yes. And he said, it was a time Trump got into office. And he was like, I'm a little scared of Trump. I'm going to go back to Kenya where I can my grandparents have property waiting for me. I can turn that into an Airbnb and live like that. And I said, what options does my family have? I was like, we don't have we've been in the States. No one even thought about, my brother thought about going, but not to an African country.
Okay.
You know, so I'm like the first African, like returning to to the roots. So
Interesting.
number one reason I want options for my family, to let them know you don't have to stay in the States. We have other options. But if you choose to stay, you can do it.
But you know, there's some people who say that if you do that, you're betraying our ancestors who built America. And if you go to Africa,
I'm trying to tell you, she's side-eyeing and everything.
but I mean, this is how they got us twisted. It's like, I tell people, I said, why can't we have both? We're descended from both. So why can't we honor the sacrifices and all of what our ancestors in America did by being able to take advantage of the globe?
Right.
And then obviously being able to take advantage of what was taken initially and still do whatever we want to do in the States. You know,
it's called a passport.
It's a passport.
I'll never forget one thing you said. You were talking to Tim Swain. And you said, pimp that hoe. Remember?
I did say pimp that hoe.
You said, pimp that hoe. And I said, and you said there's blood on both of these passports. Because you have your
Sierra Leone.
Yeah. And your United States.
Yep.
And I said, oh my God.
Yeah. And I will get as many passports as they allow me to get. So if they allow me to get Ghana, if they allow me to get Cameroon, if they allow me to get as many passports as they allow me to get, I will get. Because if that's a piece of what I descend from, and they say that that is a right that I have, then I'm going to go get it. And I'll never give up my U.S. passport.
We don't have to.
I don't have to give up my I was born in America. My immediate ancestors had land in America that descended to me. I'll never sell that land.
Right.
I will develop that land as I develop land here.
Right.
You know, it's like you said, for options. Options. You have options. It's like, well,
Yes.
and people don't realize that those options are real. And when we start thinking in terms of limitations, because that's what happens when you put America on this pedestal. If America didn't have this part of the world,
it would be nothing.
It would be nothing. But because of because most of us have been educated in American systems that don't tell us, wait a minute, you're importing like 60% from the continent of Africa?
Wow, I didn't even know it was that high.
It's that high. When you think about the cocoa, when you think about the oil, when you think about the rubber, when you think about the copper, when you think about all these different things that come from Africa.
It wouldn't exist without Africa.
And even when it comes to Europe and all of what Europe has going on, France tells you straight up, we would be in trouble if it weren't for our African colonies. So you know, seeing you do this is what makes it so inspiring, and I hope that you inspire many others to consider this part of the world. I know a lot of people like to go to Asia, or they like to go to any place other than Africa. You know, and they've been all over the world. I remember James said earlier, man, I've been all over the world, and then I never could get to Africa, but now he's been twice.
James who?
James on the who's coming on the tours with us.
Okay.
So he's branded himself. Everybody knows James. So he's been twice, and but other people, I have a lot of our elders who come in their 70s, and they say, you know what? It took me. One gentleman, he said, it took me 78 years to get to Africa.
It's the programming.
But they realize it, and that's what I am so glad that so many of our elders do not leave this earth. A lot of them do leave it, but now a lot of them are saying no, and they're coming, and they're saying they're so happy. Just to, you know, it's something to see. So what you're doing is inspiring people.
I love it. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Options and inspiration, and I'm glad you brought up the elders, because even though my grandparents didn't make it, you know, they transitioned, and they didn't make it to Africa. The spiritual concepts on this continent are amazing me.
All right, break it down.
Because the affection they showed towards their ancestors, we lost through colonization.
We sure did. They demonized it.
Right. Like sometimes type of Satan worship, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
But here I'm just like, no, my grandparents are with me right now.
And what does that feel like for you?
A safety net. A safety net.
So you know, you feel as though they're protecting you in a sense.
Encouraging me. The other day, I don't want to get emotional.
All right.
But I was just like, what the hell am I doing? You know, because there's moments I'm just like, Leslie, you couldn't be in a car right now with some AC, you know? And I literally felt like a keep on going. I'm like, ooh, there's my ancestors right there, just pushing me. Literally, I've never felt that in my whole life. Not even Christianness.
Really?
Right. It literally was like,
keep going. Don't you stop. We got you. We can sense. We can feel.
Yes. And I think it's something I caught being here on the continent.
Well, I'm gonna say this. We're gonna go take a look at how far is
Oh, it's a hop skip on the other side of the greenery here.
a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah. You're gonna be my neighbor.
I know, right?
Maybe.
Maybe we gotta work. You know, obviously
Yeah.
we gotta work on the terms. But no, that would be cool to be able to. I don't know what I would do with the land. I'll probably follow your lead. You know, just in watching. I don't know what I would do with it. I don't know what I would do. I just know
You can do
now.
whatever you want.
Now I can get a few huts and rent out the huts. I don't know. I don't know what
Whatever
I'm
you
doing.
want.
All right, so, go
Once
ahead.
you get land, I mean, land is the foundation of everything.
Yeah.
Once you have land, you can do what you want.
I'll be exploring out there in that ocean. Give me a little canoe. And
You can join the men,
I'm
the
joining,
fishermen,
that's
and
right.
just be in the sea.
I might do that. Let me.
That's a whole different interview right there.
That's a whole different interview right there. Out on the water.
On the water with the indigenous people of the land.
You got me thinking.
Getting fish.
All right, so we're gonna take a walk and take a look at this land.
Possibilities are endless.
All right.
In the mornings, that's why I like eating whole foods, because what I don't eat, I just put it out and the goats come and they eat it.
So you don't even need a trash can,
You don't
really.
even need a trash
Yeah.
can.
But now that
Or
water,
burn nothing.
you know, haven't had any problems with that water?
I've even drunk it out of my own water source.
Ooh, God. Okay, you've been
And
all right.
I'm healthy. No runs, no nothing.
All right.
But when we had the water outage, that's when I had to buy water with plastic.
So because you could not drink the seawater
I die.
because it's salty,
So I
and
had
high
to.
blood pressure and everything because of the.
So I had to convert and use the plastic. But I've been trying to be plastic free,
Okay.
everything free.
Okay.
But hey, one thing I'm not going to do is starve and be poverty.
No, you're not gonna be starved.
So
Now,
I'm-
and that's right. You don't eat goat. So,
Yeah.
so I was gonna say you got to go. Okay. So, oh man. So you can eat.
So after these bushes here,
Okay.
this would be. So I have two neighbors. Actually, one landed yesterday, so he'll be coming out. And then another lady, she'll be in. Oh, she's part of your tours. She bought land. So yeah, she's here. This is her land. So she
Okay.
has a lot of
that's
vegetation.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then you would be right next to her. So let's just probably like this pole and.
Okay. This
onward.
pole and then on down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So from the street all the way to.
So how? Okay. Now how wide is it? How many
So
feet?
70 feet wide.
Okay.
So each plot is 70 by 100.
Uh-huh.
So it'll be 70 and then 200 down.
200 down.
200 down.
Oh, it's two plots.
Two plots.
Okay. So 70 feet across.
200 down towards the water.
Okay.
And it's 30 feet from literally.
So that's about from that tree to that tree.
Basically.
That's about what 70 feet is right
Yeah.
there. And then if you do that, that's 140.
140 by 200.
Uh-huh, okay. And so then, and you just go and this is very, very interesting. So if you want the beach, because you got the two plots.
I have two plots, one
Okay.
in front of me. So the layout is, these are two plots. So when people are interested, you get two at a time.
Two at a time.
And once the front, this whole, I think it's like 90 plots sell out.
Okay.
Then he'll start moving backwards.
Oh, they
Because
start
some
going-
people just want one plot, but
Yeah.
then they have to wait till the front is sold out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you can't just buy one plot in the front.
Right.
You have to get two plots.
plots.
And then that gets you back to the back. That's the back of your lot over there.
Right,
with the
that's
hut.
the back. Yeah. Oh yeah, so I'm towards the back. And so like my community, my multi-sports court will be in the front, right next to
Okay.
her restaurant.
Okay. So this, if I got this, then I have to fill that in.
Oh, I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's some sort of pit.
Negotiation.
Yeah. Man, I got a pit on the land.
And that's the thing. Until you purchase,
Mm-hmm.
people can do whatever they want.
They can pit on your land.
Yeah. And then the trees, these are families that own these trees.
Like actual people?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so when you come, this is their economy. Some of them survive
Oh, off
off
of the coconuts, right? Because the coconuts are up in the trees.
Yes. So if you do come and you
Oh.
cut any down, you pay the family.
Is there somebody over there doing the business?
What a coincidence.
Huh? They're doing the business over there? Is that the business being done?
Sure is. So this is an indigenous area. So when it comes to sanitation,
Yeah.
so there's people that lay their feces on the beach. This is their bathroom.
They lay it down or they squat it down?
They go like this with their heel
Okay.
and they shit in the hole.
So they so they covered up.
They covered some.
See, that's too much for the bougie people. The bougie people already checked out. The bougie like, oh no, I'm not dealing with that. I can't do that.
And to be honest, I didn't know about this, so I came and lived in the coconut hut, and I was out here, and me and Vicky went for a walk, and I said, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And I was like, if I would have known this, I wouldn't have bought this land.
Yeah.
But Vicky told me, she said, Leslie, remember where you're at. This is an indigenous area.
Right.
Toilets, public restrooms.
Yeah.
Imagine if we didn't have public restrooms. Where would we
he
be
did
going?
white. He did white.
Thank goodness he had the leaf. I saw the leaf.
It was just a leaf.
It was a leaf, a brown leaf. That's what I saw.
Somebody told me they used to do it with stones too.
And then I heard the reason why they don't like to do anything with the left hand because that's what they use the left hand to wipe themselves with.
Oh, really?
Confirm that, Ghanaian. That's what I heard.
Is that true?
Yes.
You wipe with the left hand?
Yes.
You wipe with your left hand?
Yes.
Why not? Oh, because you eat with your right.
Yes, I use my right, so I can't use my right hand.
To do that. So you wipe with your left.
So that's the whole philosophy. Not the whole philosophy, but from what I know.
To shake and do anything because it might have. Okay.
So see, all this stuff is starting to make sense. I mean, it comes together. But then I had to tell myself, Leslie.
Right, you're in Africa.
You're in Africa.
Hey, it'd be the same way in China. It'd be the same way in India. It'd be the same way down in Central America, South America. How about this? In America.
In America.
In America. In Paris.
Yeah.
In London. You will find places. If you go in some communities, it's right down on the ground. Wow. Let's go see if there's anything, you know.
You're curious?
You know, I ain't got no sense.
You want to see if a turd is chilling on the beach side. But, I mean, this is real. This is real. And we were talking about this, and someone's going to do this right when we enter. Do you remember where it was?
Yeah, oh yes, I see it.
You see it?
Yeah, but we might get a turd anyway. So this beach right here, you know.
I almost stepped in one when I walked.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so another thing I wanted to say is for the people that are willing to build up, because there's people that want to build houses.
Yeah.
You can build your house here, but part of it is building the community as well.
Yeah.
People that are willing to build a community, like talk about sanitation, put in public restrooms, those are the people that are going to really do well here because...
But is that what they want? I see my thing is that if that's not what people want,
it's not the place for you.
Then don't even bother. As long as they don't do it on your property, then, you know, because if that's the way of life, that's the way of life.
Right.
Like for us, that's not some people doing, anyway, that's a whole other conversation. But if it's the way, if that's the way of life, then
that's the way of
why
life.
bother it? As long as it's not, if everybody can understand, okay, that's not what we're doing here on this particular piece of property,
right.
Then it opens up a lot of conversation for sure.
Oh, so if they're willing to bring awareness.
Right, see the boats out there? So this is the fishing community.
Mm-hmm.
Watch your step, because you got open-toe shoes, and you do too.
We both do.
And you mess around and...
Where is it?
It's right there, I see it.
Oh, okay.
Is that little log? That little log right there, little log.
You see it?
Wait, no.
See, look at the crabs are eating it already.
No.
Circle of life.
He covered it up.
You're walking.
He covered it up. He covered it up. That's right here. Get a little shot of that right there. I'm not gonna dig it up, but right there, at least he covered it up. So that's the good part.
But see, when the waves come, it might get rid of the top.
But it might push it down.
That part too.
This low tide, and that may be why they do it right here, because then it just goes back into the circle of life. But now, what I do notice here, I see trash along the beach. So that would be the individual homeowner's responsibility to come in and get the trash off of their portion. Okay.
A lot of trash from these cruises, from all this, ends up here. It ends up here. So they have a government program that comes out and clean. Like for example, there's like a heap here. Did you see this?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So they come and they actually gather all the trash, and someone from the city, I'm not sure how it works, supposed to come and gather it and put it in the bigger trash. Okay. But if they don't come,
then it just builds up. And that's what I'm a stickler for those types of things. So I would be a rake. I would have some rakes. And you know what I would do is I would employ someone to come keep it clean.
That's what they do in Jamaica. Every morning before the tourists wake up, they
go through.
Go and just clean.
Yeah.
So,
but people in the beach down there, you got people out in the boats over here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a beautiful piece of land.
It's gorgeous. Because even after I got to the village, once I got here and the wind hit me, and I saw the scenery, I said, oh, that was worth driving through the village.
Yeah.
Because driving through the village, I'm like, I don't want that, you know.
Yeah.
But after I got here and I just looked at the scenery, I said, what? Imagine in the next 10, 15 years what this would be like.
Yeah.
Once we got a system for sanitation, once we developed it into what we wanted, it's a wrap.
And the key to your point is making sure that the indigenous people, their way of life is not disrupted.
Right. We're contributing.
Or contributing towards it to make sure that they can reap the benefits of this.
Right.
Because like you said, when it comes to there's so many layers to this.
So many.
And a lot of people don't want to talk about these layers because what it does is it makes you start to think about what we're doing, you know? Because oftentimes we don't think about it. Oftentimes we just kind of do.
Just do.
But
throw trash here and there. Not being mindful of where that's going to end up.
Yeah. Or we even do it from an entitled standpoint. Like, this is what we're owed, this is what... So we don't even think about the people who've always been here.
Ooh.
So I flip that to America. And when you have the different movements now that are bothered by when people come from other countries, and they say, well, those... And I have to agree that people coming from other countries and then trying to take from those who have already... Our ancestors who were already in America and built America, and now they're coming to reap from that without considering the indigenous people. So it makes you start thinking on a deeper level. Like, am I now going to end up doing the same thing?
Just in a modern way.
See, you see what I'm saying? So it makes you start thinking. I mean, this stuff gets deep, y'all.
I mean, there's so many angles, so many layers.
Yeah.
It's just like, you'll drive you crazy.
It'll drive you crazy, but you have solutions for it, and don't feel as though we have more rights than what they have because they've been here.
Right.
So
add them in your plans. Add them in your plans.
that's real. I mean, and that's a conversation I don't hear a lot of diasporans talking about. You know, it's like, I'm going back over there. I got to get away from America. I got to leave. And it's really about I, me.
Right. What's the difference?
What's the difference?
You might as well paint your face.
Might as well paint your face.
Uh-oh. Paint it white.
Well, we about to find out.
It didn't quite make it.
That was quick.
See, look at that. That was just one layer of water that brought that layer of trash.
Wow.
That was just one little one.
Wow. It almost got me though. But these are things that we need to talk about. I mean, it's
yeah.
Because the way imperialism works and the way that the colonizer works, all of that is a part. I mean, we are also descendants of the colonizers.
We're speaking English.
We're speaking English. And we speak the King's English halfway decent sometimes.
And we're wearing clothes.
And we're wearing clothes. And we're wearing their clothes. And we're wearing it the way they say it.
We should be naked right now.
We should be. And so swinging from trees. No. Swinging from trees and I guess
we'd be in shape.
Well, I guess we would.
Be healthy.
You know, we'd be like Senegal. They have a community that works out on the beach. It's the most fascinating thing I've ever seen in my life.
Like exercising.
Yes, the whole, like all of Dakar comes out and they work out on the beach. It is something special to see. But these are questions that we got to think about. If we're going to be really sincere in our efforts, you know, I try not to think selfishly, but I also recognize that there are things that I can, the ways I can contribute by being in position. And so that's what I'm saying. By you being in position and by showing people, hey, you know what, I can come here and live in an indigenous way while you're in the process of building and developing, but then also incorporating the people who have already been here. Right. And that's the thing that many of us from the West, that's part of decolonization of the mind and understanding that if we're not careful, we can do the very same things that we complain about and talk about the white man and the racism, and we end up being the classist, and we end up doing the same thing. Yeah. So, all right. Well, this has been something really.
A lot to think about.
Yeah. We got all deep on this thing. I don't even know if I want to land there.
It's too deep.
I don't even know. I don't even know if I need it. But you know what? But they coming. They coming to get it.
Someone's coming.
Right. Chinese coming and somebody
coming. I
coming.
had to beat out a Belgium man for this.
See what I'm saying? So they're coming. So we need to at least position ourselves. So wow, those are boats.
This is a fishing community. Yes.
So, but like a Belgian man, Chinese, Indians, and they're all coming. So if we stay away, at least if we can come with the right mindset, and that's what I said. Let's come with the right mindset, and not be greedy, uppity jokers coming through here.
Because there's no way I would have that coconut without them.
Without them.
I mean, the people play a huge role. Like, I don't understand how people come here and not even neglect the people of the land.
Well,
that makes zero
that's
sense.
what the colonizer does. Not did. It does. And you know.
If they're not on your side, it's going to make your African experience very hard.
Yes.
And you'll think, oh, what's wrong with Africa?
I'm going to run back to MISA. Let me go on back to MISA, because MISA, at least MISA.
All you have to do is say hello.
Oh, yeah, do say hello. But you know how it goes, That's a whole other conversation.
It is.
Hey, everybody, listen, I'm here right outside of Cape Coast, Ghana with Leslie Jones. Make sure y'all check out her channel. This I haven't decided yet if I'm going to make this leap. I got a few question marks here on the land. I'll take that up with those who are responsible for it. But this is what at least.
What do you think? What are you thinking?
I don't know what I'm thinking right now.
Okay, you're just soaking it all in.
Yeah, I'm soaking it all in. I don't know.
Okay.
That pit in the ground, I got to figure out what's happening. Is that a sinkhole?
That's a good question.
If it's a sinkhole, that's a problem.
Did someone come and just take sand and put it somewhere else?
All of that. Is this the only piece of land, or is there more land down
it goes
here?
all the way down.
So do I have to get this piece of land, or can I go to another piece of land down here? I could. Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right, you got me thinking. All right, so hey, this is the part of the process. The suspense is on. That's right, bridging the gap. And will I or will I not make this purchase?
The mystery.
Stay tuned for more. You know what to do. Go to both channels. Subscribe to both channels. Like. There you go. Hit the notification bell. And until next time, take care. Be safe.
Open up your eyes and see all the fun and mystery. Take an African adventure with Darren and Destiny. From the mountains to the shore, so many things to explore. Take an African adventure with Darren and Destiny.
The Adventures of Darren and Destiny. And Darren and Destiny are twin brother and sister. And you go on their adventures throughout the African diaspora, meaning so African diaspora destinations, primarily focused in Africa, but we go to South America, we're going to go to the Caribbean. Their first book is going to take you to Ghana. And then we're going to go on a safari. And from there, we're going to go to Ethiopia. And then we go to Salvador, Brazil. And what the goal is to be able to inspire curiosity in the continent of Africa, in our children from a very young age, and to really tell a more accurate story. Most of our children are exposed to negative images, late night infomercials about how bad things are, everybody's sick, everybody's poor, everyone's uneducated, but that's simply not true. So what Darren and Destiny and their family do is they go to different African destinations. They are learning about these different places. You're beginning to see positive images, but still telling the truth. I mean, that's the important thing, to tell the truth about some of the things that have occurred. But it's all done on our children's level so they begin to understand it. And it begins to pique their curiosity. They begin to learn more. And hopefully one day they will want to explore and visit the continent of Africa and its many countries. There's just so much that Darren and Destiny are able to do, and as they're doing it, it's like they begin to open the minds of a new generation, and they don't get bombarded and indoctrinated with negativity. They're actually able to see positivity and inspiring images and messages about the African diaspora, as well as those who are still indigenous to the continent of Africa, and they begin to learn more and just see things differently. So I'm excited about introducing the Adventures of Darren and Destiny.